Hello everybody, Cal Kimmy here, and I'm here today to bring you my review of Arcane Season 1, Episode 4. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened. Jace is now a symbol for his invention, Tech. Everybody sees him as an inspiration now, since the council decided to, let him continue his work with Victor. And apparently there's some gang called the Firelights, or was it Firefly? I don't remember what it was. It was Firelights or Fireflies, something like that, attacking and wanting to get rid of the mutagen from the last 3 episodes. The thing that was all purple and mutates people. So yeah, mutagen. They get trapped in a room filled with vials. And then, at first, it is just a shadow in the corner. First, you're not sure what it is. And then, the person is revealed. And that person is Older Powder, or she known now as Jinx. Jinx is moving swiftly and quickly. She able to get one of the gang members, and the person happens to and seems to look like her sister Vi, and because of the resentment she felt from what happened in the past with Vi leaving her, or she thought she left her, but if y'all watched my last review, or actually watched the episode, y'all know that Vi technically was taken away by one of the enforcers, Marco, and was put away in jail. Anyway, like I said, Powder, who is now known as Jinx. So Jinx sees one of the gang members who she thinks is who she mistakes, who she shoots because they look similar to Vi. And by getting all and reliving that memory, she goes all berserk and starts shooting everything in the cargo. And because she did that, one of the gang members gets captured. Technically, she was supposed to just protect the cargo. And because of this mistake, Silco, who she is working for now, decides that she needs to take a break. Now we go to Jace and Victor. Jace and Victor show Professor Heimdinger new Tech that they were able to stabilize the crystals so they don't just immediately blow up if you hit them. Now they created weapons using the powers of the crystal. Obviously, Professor Heimdinger thinks this is a bad idea because if they give this to the people, then they're going to cause all kinds of havoc and everything. So he says they should wait 2 decades. Obviously, Jace and Victor are having none of that. And Jace was going to secretly reveal the invention. But then he sees all the people and realizes how dangerous it would be to reveal the Tech just yet. So he pulls it off and just gives a normal speech. Anyway, meanwhile, Caitlin is trying to figure out who is behind this entire Some things can be so annoying. What was I again? Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to say, anyway, Caitlin, who is a friend of Jace, is now into police work and is trying to do bigger and better cases, but her boss doesn't want her to do it. It could be because, he just hates the fact that she came from money and everything instead of actually working to get on a case, even though she's a really good shot. But whatever. Anyway, long story short, just suggests that they shut down his tech because Powder decides, instead of waiting, no, she's gonna take big action. So she attacks the tent that Caitlin is supposed to be protecting because it's her mom's tent. But she doesn't protect it in time and it gets on fire. She grabs the hose and tries putting out the fire. Jinx puts on an innocent act and leaves a voice message, which leads the enforcers and Caitlin into the tent, where they see the tent is rigged with bombs. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, they go into the tent. The tent explodes. This makes Caitlin's mom furious, and she decides that Caitlin is no longer going to be a part of the force because obviously it's much too dangerous, and she was this close to losing her daughter, and she doesn't want that to happen again. So she decides. Sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, so she decides, no, there ain't no way I'm quitting. I'm not quitting. Sorry guys, this is taking longer. But anyway, Caitlin decides she didn't have time with that, so she decides to go to the jail herself and be able to try and get the prisoner who they caught before. Try to get the prisoner that they caught before to confess who he's working for. But unfortunately, the prisoner got knocked out in the jaw, and he won't be able to move, and he won't be able to talk until he can be able to move it, which probably won't take a while because in this prison, they don't care a smack of what happens to any of their prisoners. They don't care. They do not care. It is obvious from how long Jinx has been there. She even asked a simple question. How many times have you questioned this prisoner? And then he was like, I lost count. And it's clear as day. To be honest, he just does not care. He just does not care. So the episode ends with Jace becoming a new council member, and with Victor nearly died. Victor passing out from coughing up blood, because in this episode he's been coughing up blood a lot. Sorry about that. Anyway, he's been coughing up blood a lot, and he finally passes out. and he asks Jace how long does he have to live? Jace doesn't answer. It doesn't. Yeah, it has seems of really bringing like Casper.
Oh. Oh, you didn't blow, bro.
She was just right here.
She saw me, that's why she ran.
Anyway, Jason's a councilman. Caitlin is working with Jinx now because she realized because Jinx told her that she knows who the culprit is that caused the explosion because of a drawing that she saw. That's it. So far, I'd say it was definitely a good episode. Yeah, it was a good episode.